Dr. David Klee has over 30 years' experience as both a teacher of the flute and as a professional musician. He has performed in all kinds of musical organizations, ranging from classical orchestras to heading his own jazz group, the Jazz Express. With these Pro Minute video series, Dr. Klee will share some of his secrets with you on how to become a better flutist. Hello, my name is Dr. David Klee, and welcome to another Pro Minute video. Today we're going to look at the Musetta's Waltz song by Puccini. This can be found in the Soloist Folio for Flute, published by Rubank. So we're going to take, this one's a whole lot of fun. Puccini was a composer from the Romantic period. His major genre was opera. And so this is parts from one of his operas. Should be coming up. So this is what makes this fun. There's a lot of romanticism as far as tempos and dynamics, a lot of extremes that really makes this fun. So obviously the first four measures is all piano, and then finally at measure 5, and the flute comes in. You notice it's like tempo di valzer. So it's sort of like a waltz in a loose sense. Ya di 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 da 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 di ya da. Okay, and there's a lot of tempo rubatos in this. So I'll play a little bit. Alrighty, so we have the tempo for the first 3 measures. Then we get to measure 8. It says quasi-retard. So what that means is you're going to slow it down a little bit and play with it. Because in opera, if you ever heard them sing that, oh, it's just da 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 da. They really ham it up and really put that in there. Alrighty, then we get to measure 13. We have staccato into a slur, so I like to think da, da, dee, slightly separated. So what on earth am I doing there? Okay. So measure 16, we're going to be slowing that down. And what I like to do with grace notes, during the Romantic period, of course, grace notes are before the beat. And I like to think of the grace note not being as loud as the main note. Ya, ya, ya. You see, I'll do it. If I made the grace note louder, it would sound like a hiccup. So that doesn't work. So measure 16, we're slowing it down a little bit. We go into 17, we still slow it down. Now, there on the first half of 17, you got 2 16th note grace notes. That's how I do it. So D, B, and then A, B, A. Now, you definitely want to take a breath there, where the breath mark is indicated, because that's part of the opera. Ya, ya, da, da, da. And there's a pause. Da, ya, then you go on. So it's all part of how this opera would be sung. Let me do, I'll do 16 going into that. Oh, see how that works? Oh, isn't that beautiful? Now, at 21, it's pianissimo. And so we're slowing down 20 a little because the ritarduto. So we're going to slow down just a little bit going into 22. So what am I doing for all that? So 21, we're slowing down a little bit. 22, still going to play with it. And then finally, The pickups to 22, I'm really dragging on that B and the C, pulling them back a little bit. And then finally, when we get into 23, it says tempo. So finally, after beat 1 of 23, I'm back in tempo. So I'm going to start at 21. Alrighty, so that's how all that's, notice again, at 23, you want to take the breath. That's all part of this melodic melody phrasing. Da-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da. And then 24, molto retards. We're really slowing that down. And we're going to get louder till the last beat, and then we back off a little bit. And as I do that, I'm opening my teeth, a finger's width, going to that third octave embouchure. And that enables me to play softly. And then 25 should look familiar like 21. So all that is the same. Now we're back to tempo. And now we're slowing down again. Finally, you see, this is what I'm talking about. There's so many different tempos and rubatos. That's, again, this is what opera is all about. So 29, it says back to tempo. So at 29, ya da da dee da dee ya da. That's a little hard, actually, because you're already on the E. And you got to move all those fingers because you have to go from a real E to a real D. So you can even isolate that and practice that. Alrighty, now 32 should look very familiar. It's just like 24. So that whole line. And then finally, at 32. Yeah, and then at 33, we're back to tempo. Very expressive. So finally, at 35, you're slowing it down. 36, I would slow down even more. And then you got that grace note, and you have a decrescendo. And then finally, at 37, lo and behold, that looks like measure 5, don't it? Very similar, yeah. So all that you do, just like that measure 5. So all that is the same as it was at measure 5. Now, going into 45, this is something new. This is kind of the recapitulation and a coldetta where they're kind of finalizing a little bit of everything they've done, throw it together on the end. So what I like to do here, okay, let me go into what I just did there. So going into 45, you got they're all accented. Now what I don't think of accenting as far as slamming. I like to think da 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 dee da da ya. I like to add a little more tone to it, and if you have vibrato, that's perfect. Vibrato's perfect if you have it. Now, if you don't have vibrato, that's fine too. You can go da 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 dee da da da. Now, finally, at 47, this is really important. You don't need to rush that grace note, because what happens in typical Italian opera, they go da-ya, da-ya. They really like to ham it up there. And you got to pardon my singing. I don't sing opera. But just to illustrate. So if I do that going into that, all you need to do. You don't need to go. You don't need to do it that fast. Da-ya, because it's actually part of that melody line, the way it's presented. Okay, now finally at 48, here we go. 49, poco allargando. So we're slowing down. So at 48, I'll do that again for you. So I'm really slowing it down. I'm adding a lot of weight. I'm not too fast on those grades. La da 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 dee ya dee ya da dee ya. And then finally at 50. Okay. Now, so at 50, you got that ya-da-da-da-dee. It's all forte as you grow. So you got to change from your middle range embouchure to your third octave embouchure. So make sure you do that. And my embouchure, I'm a fingers width open. Ya-da-da-da-dee. And then finally, B3, it's piano. It's piano. So then you have to think again, open the teeth even more. And I can play very soft then, so. Yeah. Now, be careful at 51. You don't want to go dot, dot with the tone. You don't want to stop the tone with your tongue. Yeah. I just stopped the air from my diaphragm. And it's perfect that way. So I think this gives you an idea how it goes. And again, you can actually look for Puccini's opera and listen to some of his operas to get an idea how, and listen to how the lead singers in these operas, how they sing stuff like this. And I think once you do that, this will make a lot more sense to you. So until next time, this is Dr. David Klee, and we'll talk to you later. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.